Hey folks, it is Friday, December the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th, 2024. The time right now is 6:53 p.m. and I am here at Yorkdale subway station. Sounds like a southbound train is rolling in. And it's a rather chilly -6 degrees Celsius, although it certainly feels a lot colder than that with the wind chill. That's not going to be a problem on this one, as I'm going to head into the Yorkdale Shopping Centre. And we'll explore one of the largest and most popular malls in the Greater Toronto Area. Probably only second to the Eaton Centre in popularity. And the station is connected to the mall via a pedestrian walkway. The station opened up back in 1978. And we should be in the thick of the holiday shopping season. So I'd expect them all to be decked out for the holidays. It's been a while since I've been here. And into the mall we go. I've got most of my holiday shopping over with. This mall is located conveniently on North America's widest and busiest highway, that is Highway 401. That runs east-west just to the north of the mall. Doesn't seem that crowded. We'll be coming back around that way towards the end of the video. I'm going to try to cover most of the mall, at least 80% of it or so.
No, Jasmine, because it was just like.
I thought about going to Arc'teryx. I was getting a new winter coat a few days ago, but I ended up going to Fjallraven. A coat I cannot wear yet, as it is a Christmas gift. I figured it might be busier than this for a Friday night. The mall opened back in 1964 as the largest enclosed mall in the entire world. Get your subscription-based exercise equipment there. Ray-Ban store. An espresso. I think this is new, this Marc Jacobs. It's not very Christmassy in here. Although there is a tree that way we'll be crossing paths with. Perhaps we'll come across where Santa is hiding out. There's Holt Renfrew. Longchamp. Don't know what that is, but it certainly looks expensive. This is a mall that's been going up market over the years. I remember coming here when there was a PJ's Pet store and a joke shop. That probably costs more than I make in a month. Cartier. There's some kind of Chanel booth here. I was going to turn right there, but there's a couple of security guards standing there, so we'll keep moving. Wonder how much the facade on that Tiffany & Co. cost. Apparently this is a brand new redesign, and they consider this their flagship Toronto location. And Versace is apparently opening, or has opened, a new store in here. We'll see if we can come across that. Celine, Prada. This part feels kind of like an airport terminal with all these brands. Bottega Veneta. It's probably going to be much busier if you come here tomorrow, being a Saturday afternoon. Fendi, Gucci, Valentino, Dolce & Gabbana. This mall seems to be in a permanent state of being expanded and renovating. And it's the Crapple store. A lot of people buying overpriced junk for the holidays to give as gifts, no doubt. I'm only half kidding when I say that. I've got an iPhone 15 Pro in my pocket I use for live streaming. John Barbados Bowery. I read that as brewery. And Hugo Boss. I was just about to say there used to be a Tesla here, but there it is. And this mall is run by Oxford Properties. Their other big mall in the GTA is Square One. That's a ginormous mall, I think even bigger than this in Mississauga. That mall too has gone a bit more upscale than it used to be. There's a Lululemon competitor, Aloe. And this coffee chain has been popping up everywhere. And apparently Shake Shack is moving into the mall. Champs and Lush, so the stores here are a bit more within reach. There's a Rolex with a police officer standing guard in front. Sporting Life. See, it's Santa's Workshop over here. I think in years past it was just over here on the left. But I think they were just taking advantage of a retail spot that was vacant. There's ramen. That is RH, the Gallery of Yorkdale. I think there's valet parking just over there. I think I have to spin around. Let's just keep going this way. I know the mall well enough. I should be able to cover most of it without backtracking. I used to come here as a kid, mostly with my grandfather. He lived around the corner from here. And I certainly don't remember it looking like this. There's a trio of cops and a security guard. Maybe something went down. This must be the new Versace. Next to Jimmy Choo. Across from a name I will not try to pronounce. I think there used to be a pottery barn here on the left. It looks like Saint Laurent is moving into that spot. Moncler. It's hard to think this is the mall I used to go to buy whoopee cushions. Loro Tiana. Well, there's Pottery Barn. I must have been wrong on that. Oh, I think it was actually a Home Outfitters before. There's the current Saint Laurent. Someone will probably correct me and tell me it's Saint Laurent, you idiot. And straight ahead, a big honkin' Christmas tree. There is Zara. They recently closed down a big store on Queen Street West. Oh, we found all the Christmas spirit. We're gonna loop back around to the spot. Sephora. It's weird. That's a brand that just seemed to come out of nowhere several years ago. Now everywhere I go on the globe, I see a million Sephoras. Kind of like H&M in the early 2000s just popped up and it was everywhere. That makes me think of Clearasil for some reason. October's very own. What kind of bougie ass entrance is that? You gotta go through and a separate entrance on the side. Aesop. I'm gonna pronounce this one Diptyque. Yes, I've been to this section before, but I'm going to make a right at the next hallway. Guest check-in. Do they run a credit check to let you in? Moncler, Tony Birch, Burberry, Kate Spade, Michael Kors. Always thought is that as a brand you find in Winners or Marshalls in that kind of store. David Yurman. All right, the food court, I think, is straight ahead. You can see what's new up there. And Pottery Barn recently closed their store. Well, not recently, a few years ago, on Bloor Street West in Yorkville. Somewhere around here, Shake Shack is moving in. Solid escalator etiquette moving up. Everyone's standing on the right. Sushi restaurant. Oh, Holy Chuck is here. They make excellent but pricey burgers. Chipotle. It's always felt like food courts at Yorkdale were an afterthought. I can think of at least 2 other locations the food court has been. Subway is closed. The teriyaki experience. I think with the glare, we're not going to get much of a view out the window. KFC, Osmos. So it's a mix of chains you would see in any American food court and some more uniquely Canadian ones. And even if you see A&W in the States, it is not at all the same as ours. Canadian A&W, I'd argue, is vastly better. It's a Taco Bell, Shanghai 360. Thai Express, ramen. Well, we found where all the people in the mall are. Chick-fil-A. I think they just shut down on Sundays. I know at the Atlanta Falcons Stadium, they rebrand and go under a different name. It's kind of silly they made a deal with an NFL team who mostly play on Sundays, the one day of the week. That chain isn't open. Look at those in front of Aritzia. Maybe we'll go take a look. Browns.
It's a poofy jacket.
All right, Aritzia, you win shopping today. That is pretty awesome. So maybe I'll pop outside for a second. And we'll get some fresh air and a view of the parking lot. Crate and Barrel. UGG, Bath and Body Works. It's a small Lego store. Athleta, I think that's another Lululemon wannabe, along with Aloe.
Unless they change, but every time I go in there, you don't have anything. Wait, by the way, I can look at it.
Still haven't found Santa. He must be where that big tree is. All right, there is not a whole lot that way. The Mountain Equipment Co-op and the Hudson's Bay Department Store. All right, let's head outside for some fresh air. The Cheesecake Factory. There's not too many of these in Canada. So there is Highway 401. The Cheesecake Factory, just what I need, a copyright strike as I head outside. Fried shrimp platter, $27.95. Pasta, tomato basil pasta, $25. Can't say I've ever been there. It's not uncommon for there to be a bit of a Hunger Games situation parking here. Remember when I used to work at Square One? Sometimes I'd leave things in my car and I'd go out on my break or after my shift to drop something off or pick something up, and people would often follow me in their cars all the way to my car, and I'd get into it and change items and then get back out, and they'd be quite angry that they didn't get to take my spot. And of course I usually had a good spot because I was there well before the mall opened. And sometimes I'd signal to them, I'd wave and like shake my head like, hey, I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm not leaving. They would sit there with their indicator waiting for me to pull out. Sorry, not sorry. But straight ahead is the Allen Road that runs south down to Eglinton, where fortunately it doesn't go any further south. It never should have been built in the first place. I've done a video where I rode my bike on the day they closed it off. I talked a little bit about the history behind that. That was to be a highway that would rip straight through the heart of the city. Right around where Casa Loma is, it would have displaced Chinatown once again. It came at a time when American cities were being ripped up by highways. There's a movie theater here. And the smell of popcorn fills the air. Sport check. Moxie's, there's a chain you don't really hear of unless you're out in suburbia. All right, I need to go this way, I think, to finish the mall and take us by that Christmas tree, but let's just do a quick loop around these trees. There's Old Navy. They recently left the Eaton Center. There's a giant Nike store. What does that say? The vision is to foster the creation and understanding and enjoyment of the arts through education programs and exhibitions. Pretty sure their mission is to sell as much shit as possible and raise the rent as high as they can, but that's noble of them. Guest services. I haven't seen a gift wrapping counter here. I'm sure they have one. A couple of big Japanese brands side by side here, Uniqlo and Muji. All right, there's Arc'teryx straight ahead. So that big tree should be just up here on the left. Package. Well, it certainly pales in comparison to what the Eaton Center has put up. Tree with a Starbucks logo on top. If there is a mall Santa here and gift wrapping, let me know down in the comments. It's kind of disappointing that a mall would have neither of those things. They're always the hallmark of the holidays. Just Canada Goose, buy your ridiculously expensive jacket there. Or get a nearly equally expensive but ridiculously named moose knuckle jacket. I always found their name to be kind of hilarious. Oh, they do have Santa. I spoke too soon. They also have Lucid. I think there's a Lucid, a Polestar, and a Tesla here. And I thought there used to be a shoe store right there. Toronto's most magical Santa experience awaits. There's the Holiday Pet Studio, Planet Santa, the North Pole, the Holly Jolly Lodge, and Santa's Enchanted Forest. So they got multiple Santas in there. All reservations are sold out. We look forward to welcoming you aboard in 2025. They're doing a booming business at the North Pole. But on that note, I'm gonna wrap this one up. I hope you enjoyed it. Walking through Yorkdale during the holidays. Do let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do on YouTube, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I've got an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. We get some fresh air. Hey, someone's got It looks like a Brompton. And where we started was just over there, the subway station, which is next to the Go Bus terminal. Anywho, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, yada yada yada. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Yoink!